Well, pregnancy is obviously a joyous time, but it can also be filled with a lot of worry. And imagine having a serious heart condition that only gets worse while you're pregnant, to the point that doctors need to do surgery. And that is exactly what happened to a mom in New Britain.
But thanks to the advanced technology at the Pat and Jim Calhoun Cardiology Center, Mom is alive to tell a pretty incredible story. Here's Channel 3's Kara Sunland.
33-year-old Sumeda Amagashi was used to having heart palpitations, but one night she had her scariest episode ever.
Normally it will last for like 3 to 8 minutes, and then I'm back to normal. But it started midnight, and it was like until 6:30 in the morning.
Newly pregnant with baby number 2, Sumeda was terrified.
So how scary was that?
That was very scary because, as he said, the vivid description actually is like, you can see my heart pounding. So you can see like the chest cavity, you can see the movement. So it feels like my heart actually is like trying to get out of my body.
Dr. Christopher Pickett, the co-director of the Heart Rhythm Program at the Pat and Jim Calhoun Cardiology Center, knew pregnancy was making Sumeda's heart condition worse.
So I first met Sumeda actually a year or two ago, before she was even pregnant, because she was having symptoms of palpitations, which is the abnormal sensation that your heart's beating, that a lot of people get, where you just feel an extra skipped heartbeat or a clunk in your chest and that kind of thing. But Sumeda's were a little bit more concerning, because she was having periods where just continuously for several minutes at a time.
Sumeda's EKG revealed she had a dangerous condition that she was actually born with.
A condition called Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. And that is an abnormality that she was born with, her electrical system, where there's a very specific electrical system that helps the heart beat, but she had an extra wire in essence. And every now and then, in just the right circumstance, she'd get electrical system in her heart would go haywire a little bit.
Her heart would beat over 200 beats per minute, which can be life-threatening.
It seems scary that she could have had this her whole life, but you say she was born with it and didn't know it.
Yeah, you're born with it, but often symptoms don't manifest until the late teens and early 20s. That's the common scenario.
Pregnancy increases a woman's blood volume by 40%. That, coupled with changing hormones, meant Sumeda's life and her baby's were both at risk. Dr. Pickett recommended surgery right away.
But using an X-ray camera in a woman who's pregnant with a fetus is very challenging, because you have potential to do harm to the fetus. But in the last few years, there's been a lot of advances in the technology where we can actually do these procedures now without any radiation at all, using 2 different systems. One is an intravascular ultrasound. So we actually have a teeny tiny ultrasound that actually goes in the vein in the leg and up into the heart, so we can see where we're going using that ultrasound. And then a very complicated system called an electroanatomic mapping system, which is really, in essence, it's sort of like a GPS inside the heart.
All the technology boiled down to a miracle.
So we were able to do the procedure safely and effectively without any radiation, which would have been almost impossible as recently as a few years ago.
I am grateful to God, and I'm grateful to Dr. Pickett and his team that I'm here today. But it could have gone another way if I didn't take the step that I took earlier.
Yeah.
So I would say, please, when it's your heart, I mean, any part of your body, you should be scared. But when it's your heart, you should be more scared.
Yes.
So you should get help as soon as possible.
And finally, how are you feeling now that you got it all fixed?
Great!
Now, Sumeda wants other people suffering from heart palpitations to get help right away.
It's such a common thing, especially in women, actually. It's been shown that women tend to be dismissed a little bit more easily as, they feel like their heart's racing and jumping out of their chest. They're having a panic attack or anxiety. And that's what it feels like, but sometimes it really is. Your heart is almost jumping out of your chest.
Sumeda's excited to welcome her new baby boy to the family in May, and resting a lot easier before those sleepless newborn nights arrive.
That relief, it's something I just can't describe.
Yes.
And I would want everybody who has a heart condition to have that kind of relief. You go to sleep and you're not worried about, I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night with a pounding heartbeat. You have that peace of mind, yeah.
Boy, very, very happy for her. Kara, thank you for sharing that. Now, for more information, you can visit health.yukon.edu/cardiology.